Hey, hello everybody. How's it going? Steve Rosenbaum here. So happy you're here. You know, today I got something special for you. If you're chasing $97 clients and you're wondering why you're stuck, why you're having trouble, why cash flow is not what you need it to be, I think you're really going to enjoy today's live stream. And full transparency, I'm going to raise my hand and let you know that in some ways, the things I'm telling you today, I'm almost telling you not only to help you, but even me, with all my sales experience, and you know me, I've been doing this for 4 decades. I need these reminders myself sometimes. In fact, I had a sales call last week that after all these years, after doing so many sales calls, doing things so long, even this one blew me away. And guess what? I recorded it. I've got a short clip, an 18-second clip that sums up everything. And it really puts into perspective about how important you are to any company and the power of the tool HighLevel. And then also, I thought maybe I'd share some LinkedIn strategies. I don't know how many of you out there are interested in LinkedIn. Let me know. Do me a favor, comment in the box either if you're watching this live or if you're following. Tell me, are you using LinkedIn? Are you using it as much as you want to? Are you using as much as you could and you should? And other outreach strategies. All right. We're going to talk a little bit about that. So today I'm going to give you the mindset. I'm going to give you the strategy. I'm even going to give you a live demo on LinkedIn and show you this incredible clip. I think it's going to blow you away. It's a 9-figure company, a multi-9-figure company. Pardon me. Got an itch on my nose. Love it when that happens live stream in 4K nonetheless, right? All right. We're going to show you how to get in front of those bigger clients. I'm going to tell you how I did it. I'm going to give you the steps so you can do it yourself. And hopefully that mindset, that strategy, that's real important because we need to be calling on the right customers. And I'll have something to talk about that as well. All right, so let me tell you a little bit about our agenda for today. Let me pull it up on the screen. Here's what it's going to look like. We're going to talk about why $97 offers are killing your agency's potential. By the way, again, I'm raising my hand. You can't see it. There it is right there, okay? I got stuck in this myself and I know better. I know better. I've been doing this too long. I've been teaching it too long. I've been saying it too long. But I'll tell you, I got stuck there as well. And it's easy, all right? But you need to hear this, and I needed to hear it. By the way, I had some people that set me straight. John Logar, love the man. John Logar. Johan Nagera, love the man. Walt Bayless, all great friends, and all said, Steve, you got to think bigger. And the thing is, I'm going down a rabbit hole here, but it's okay. That's why we do these live streams, right? Because this is top of mind, and this needs to get out there. Because if it's on my mind, I'm sure it's on your mind, and you need to hear it just like I need to hear it. When I wrote my first book, and it's back there on my shelf, I don't know, you can't see it obviously, all right, but it's called The Back End Blueprint. And I've always had this vision. I'm going to help 10,000 businesses make an extra $1 million. I'm going to pull my microphone over here a little bit more. All right. I always wanted to have a lot of small clients, but you know what? It's really hard to do. It's really hard to do unless you have a big ad budget, number one. Number two, the smaller clients are a huge drain on your cash flow. They usually need more attention, and they usually don't take as much action. All right. This is why the $97 offers are killing your potential. And you can't differentiate yourself because it's a race to the bottom with you and about 60,000 other high-level agencies that are going to market on features and price. If you want to win big clients, you cannot do it by going on features and price. You're going to hear more about that in today's call, right? All right, so that's why $97 offers are killing your agency's potential. You got to think bigger. That's the motto for today. Think bigger. I think I put that right in the description. I should be flashing that on the screen. Think bigger. All right. So with that, I'm going to share with you a sales call that I had. This was just last week. I was brought into it. It's a Zoom call, and you're going to see some people on the screen that are with a 9-figure company. Now, this is a big manufacturer. It's a truck manufacturer. Okay. They manufacture trucks, and they've got dealers all across the country. So not only are they a 9-figure company, but they've got a huge network of dealers that are also huge companies. They love that we're doing so much. we're going to be talking about not only for them, but maybe possibly their dealer network, starting with maybe one or two. And who knows where this could end up, right? How many $97 accounts do you think to equal just this one account? How cool is that? And I'll show you how I got that sales call and what you can be doing starting today to make that happen. How's that sound? Hey, let me check the chat. I don't know. I don't know if people are here yet or not. That's okay. I didn't even announce that we were going live, so that's all right. If you're not here, you're watching on the replay, that's cool too. I'm still getting used to this. New software, new technique for me. By the way, 4th day in a row. This is my challenge to myself, is to do these live streams, 4th day in a row. All right. Now, I'm also going to share with you that mind shift that helped a 7-8 figure wunderkind scale fast. Now, this is a young guy. You probably know him. I'm going to talk a little bit about that as well. And I'm going to share with you a quote from an old millionaire. In fact, I don't think he's with us anymore. Let me just do these things right now. They're pretty quick. Okay. Who knows Dan Henry? You guys know Dan Henry? Dan Henry's an excellent, excellent marketer. Young kid. All right. Probably right now, early 30s, if he is. And I saw him 5 years ago at webinar.com, at webinarcon.com, and he was speaking. Now, in that room were all 7 and 8 figure marketers. All right. The best marketers in the world, literally from all over the world, were in this room. I was really honored to be invited here. And Dan Henry was speaking. Now, I had seen Dan on YouTube. And he was a young kid. He was a young kid. He had some good stuff. But he was a young kid. All right. And then he had an offer, and I was blown away by the size of his offer. I remember thinking, boy, this kid's got a lot of guts to ask for that much money. Then he got there and he spoke. And this is the first time I really got to listen to him. And the kid was doing probably close to 8 figures in his late 20s. And he sat there on the stage, and all of us in the room, you got to imagine, picture this, a room full of hundreds of the best marketers in the world. People have been doing this for decades, like me. And they're on the edge of their seat listening to this kid. He was brilliant. And then he said something that stopped everybody in their tracks. And he said, there's one reason that I make so much more money than you. And it's because I put an extra 0 on the end of what I charge. Boom. Boom. See, charging more gets you better clients. They get you more vested clients, people that are committed to their success. They're going to help you more. And when you charge more, guess what else? You get to outsource. You could bring in the best talent in the world to help you. That helps you in at least 2 ways that I know of. Number one, you don't have to do the work yourself. Number two, let's be honest, you're going to get a better quality product. You can't be the best at everything. You can't. By the way, talking to myself here, I've got a control problem. All right. I got a problem letting go of things. So I'm talking to myself here. This has held me back. You know, I'd be even more successful than I am, and I do pretty well. But I'd be even more successful if I let go of these things, and that's why I'm sharing them with you. These are kind of damning confessions, if you will. All right? So think of that. Now you can bring in the top talent. Now, I've already decided that about AI. I'm a marketing automation specialist and a sales automation specialist. I've done that for years. I'm the king of follow-up. I'm well known in this industry as being the best of the best when it comes to sales follow-up. But you know what? I'm a strategist, and I have to remind myself of that. I don't have to be the biggest, strongest soldier on the battlefield. I have to be the general managing all my soldiers. All right? And I have to remind myself that. So AI, perfect example. All right? I need to understand how to use AI in strategy. I do need to understand that. I don't have to be the person that builds the AI. I don't have to be the person that keeps on top of every single new AI development. And that's happening faster than Sean coming at you from HighLevel, isn't it? It's amazing. All right. So from Dan Henry, Dan, thank you for this lesson. Thank you for this lesson. The number one reason I make more than all of you in this room is because I put an extra 0 on my price. Boom. What does it mean? Stop selling for $97, and what are you going to do? Raise your price to $970. Think of how much different your life would be if every client you got landed $970. And by the way, you think that's too much? Nah, not even close. Again, wait till you see this video in just a second. All right, so the other quote from a millionaire proving it's easier to land big clients, and full transparency here, all right? I may have this quote wrong. It may not even be real, but here's how I remember it, okay? I grew up in Chicago, a big Cub fan, a big baseball fan. And there was a gentleman named Bill Veeck. Bill Veeck was a legend in Chicago, also in Cleveland and a few other Midwest cities. But Bill was an amazing marketer who also owned the Chicago White Sox for a while. And later, I don't know if he ever did own any of the Cubs. Maybe he did. But he was a huge Cub fan. He used to sit out in the bleachers with his shirt off. He was 85 years old, and he had lost a leg with his peg leg in shorts and bare chested in the bleachers in Chicago. Gotta love the guy, right? He was a character. Bill was one of the greatest marketers of all times and a real character. He wrote a book called Veeck, as in wreck. His last name is Bill Veeck, Veeck. You should look up that book, okay? It's old, but it's timeless. But I remember him saying something to this effect. He needed to raise money. And he said, it's easier to raise $1 million from somebody. It's easier to get somebody to give you $1 million than it is to get them to give you $100. Boom again. Mind blown again. It's easier to get somebody to give you $1 million than it is to give you $100. Now you think about that. All right. Why? Well, number one, who are you going to ask for $1 million? Fewer people. You're going to have to go to people that have $1 million. You're going to have to go to people that have several $1 million because they're willing to give up $1 million. So you're going to go to successful people that want to be more successful. That's a writer downer. Write that down right now. You want to go to successful people that want to be more successful. They can afford you. They've got the mindset. They want to be more successful. They're committed. Versus, how hard is it to get $100 out of a small local business right now? $100 is a lot of money. $100 a month to them is a lot of money right now. And it usually is. People that could afford to give you $1 million, and there are many of them out there, are a lot more open to it because they know the power of money. They know that it takes money to get money. They understand the power of investing. They look at it like an investment. Somebody that you're asking for $100, they don't look like it as an investment. They look at it as an expense, as writing a check. Huge difference. Huge difference. It's a powerful quote. I hope it's accurate. Nonetheless, it's how I remember it. So somehow, somewhere, Bill Veeck inspired me of that thought. It's easier to get $1 million from somebody than it is to get 100. All right. How are we doing so far? Let's check these comments here. All right. We're quiet. That's okay. Maybe nobody even knows I'm live, but that's okay because this video is going to be timeless. Again, I'm doing these live streams now because I should have been doing them for years. Every day you go without making content is a day you missed putting out content. And I've got a lot of them. And I hope that I'm inspiring you as well. Get the content out there. It goes on forever. I went back today. I was looking at my YouTube videos. I was looking at the YouTube videos that have the most views. It's amazing. Only a handful have a lot of views. And I think that's probably, the old 80-20 rule, right? But there's some of the most obscure videos that I never would have realized. Some of them promoting a webinar from 2016, 2017. That's the way that it is. You never know. All right. So do that. Challenge yourself. All right. So I'm looking at my sheet here. What do we talk about? We talked about $97 offers are killing you. We talked about the incredible call. The incredible call with the 9-figure company. You guys want to hear that? All right. So here's the story. Let me get a sip of water here. Here's the story. I'm going to bring up the screen here. I'll hold off on that 1 second. All right. I'm going to bring up a video on the next screen here. And the first guy you're going to see is a guy named Tom Lauderay. Tom is a friend of mine. Tom is a sales consultant. Full transparency again. The 9-figure company is Tom's client. Hang on to that for a minute because that's gonna be the important thing I'm going to wrap up this call with. Okay? Tom sees the work that I'm doing. He says, Steve, I've got a client that needs what you're doing. So Tom talks to his client and says, I got a friend named Steve. He's an absolute expert at sales automation and customer retention. And you need to talk to him. So I get brought into this room of the head people at this 9-figure company. And I show them some things of how we're going to take HighLevel and apply it to their business. Now, here's a couple important things I want you to know. Not once did I ever even show them the software. Didn't even show them the software. We only talked about the results. We only talked about the strategy. We only talked about what they're trying to accomplish in a unique way that we could get that accomplished. We never, ever showed the software. We never talked about the software. We never talked about, specific features of the software. We only talked about, we did show them some emails that we wrote with AI and how we track those emails so that we know when people are opening, when people are viewing, when people are clicking. The whole point of this was how we can use sophisticated software to get them better results, to put them at the right place at the right time, having the right conversation. And we laid it out for them like that. We laid it out for them like strategy, not like features and software. Okay? You guys want to see this? After we showed them what's possible, here's a video. Hopefully you're going to hear the sound here. Here we go. Oop, hang on.
Because I got to think, Sean, of the dealers that would attend this, are any of them using marketing at this level?
No.
Maybe
Nobody's
one,
using marketing at this level. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, right?
I'm lucky if they know my name, Tom.
Right? Because I got to think, Sean, of the dealers.
All right, let's talk about that for a second. Let's unpack that for a second. There's a short clip, 18 seconds. Okay? So the first guy you saw, the guy sitting in his car with glasses, that's my buddy Tom. Tom is going to lead the conversation. Tom introduces me as the expert. I show them the results I can get. And then Tom says to one of the decision makers, Sean, is anybody in your space doing this? Okay. 9-figure company selling trucks, truck manufacturers. Is anybody doing this? The woman who says, she says, no, no, nobody's doing that. Okay. She's the head of marketing, the head of marketing. And then the other people say, nobody's doing this. Their competition's not doing this. Their dealers aren't doing this. And then the head of marketing says, I'm lucky if they know my name. A 9-figure company, the head of marketing, and she says, I'm lucky if they know my name. Folks, do you think you could help those people? I want you to watch the video one more time, and this time I want you to look at the people. I want you to look at the people. Now, I do have them grayed out. I do have them blurred out for privacy reasons. I don't want them to be identifiable, okay? But I want you to look at the scene. What do you think about the scene? Let's watch it one more time.
Because I got to think, Sean, of the dealers that would attend this, are any of them using marketing at this level?
No.
Maybe
Nobody's
one,
using marketing at this level. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, right?
I'm lucky if they know my name, Tom.
Right? Because I got to think, Sean.
What do you think of those people? Boy, that's a really intimidating environment, isn't it? I mean, that's what you picture Exactly what you picture of a 9-figure company, right? Big, right? All those people around that big, stuffy boardroom conference table, real intimidating, right? It's nothing like that at all, was it? You have people sitting there in jeans and sweatshirts, normal people. They're normal people. You don't need to be scared of them. I had a conversation with somebody in my APES group the other day. APES is my school group. By the way, I hope you'll come join my school group. Stick around. I'm going to tell you how to do that. I'll tell you right now. Go to school.com/APES, the automated profit expansion system. Come join right now. Lots of great stuff in there. One gal came in there the other day, and I had a late night conversation with her. She's had her agency for over a year, and she said to me, "I'm kind of afraid to go out there and talk to clients." So she tinkers all day long on the software. It's easy. I get it. It's fun to tinker on the software. But folks, you can't do that forever. Spending $500 a month on HighLevel, $500 a month on HighLevel is a bargain. Unless you don't get clients. If you don't get clients, you've got no business spending $500 a month. If you're not going to do it, if you're not going to go get clients, you've got no business doing it. All right? You got to be making money doing this. But I show you that video because I want you to know, number one, the big companies, they need your help. And it's easier to get the big companies to give you a bigger paycheck than it is to get the small companies to give you a small paycheck. That's the Bill Vex story, right? What's this going to look like? We're not even talking yet, but I'll tell you this. And Tom said it himself. I asked Tom, what are we going to price this at? Tom said, I don't know. I think maybe we'll try it. We'll quote them like $25,000 just to try it. $25,000 just to try it. Okay, we'll try it with a couple dealers, maybe $25,000 up front, and I don't know, maybe 5, 7, 10 grand a month. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. 25,000 divided by 100 sounds like 250. You'd have to get more than 250 clients at $97 a month for that one. Now, if I were to get that and they were to give me $25,000 for a client, I've got a little budget to go out and hire the best of the best of the best, don't I? I could build a team. I could get the best AI expert. I can get the best automation expert, the best snapshot expert, the best copywriter, the best graphics guy, the best video producer. I can get them all. Or get yourself 250 $97 clients and you do all that for all them. Huh? That's kind of scary, isn't it? That's really scary. Ouch. I'm feeling the pain myself. Because I'm going to admit something. My vision, I was right with so many things. But my vision of having 10,000 small accounts is not the right vision. It's not. It's not. Mm-mm. And so, folks, I hope I've made an impression on you. Stop chasing the $97 a month offer. Stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. All right, where are we? Let me see. All right, I think we're coming up at the end here. Look back at my notes. Let me check some notes over here. All right, did I tell you about this? Yeah, did I tell you about that? Yeah. Oh, I forgot the LinkedIn demo, didn't I? Let's do the LinkedIn demo real quick. Let me show you exactly how this works. I'll show you with my buddy Tom here, okay? Let me get LinkedIn up on my screen here. Whoop. And let me, hang on, I do have to do one thing here. I got to move around a couple screens here to make this work. I'll get used to this one day. One day I'll get used to this. Okay, I just got to share my screen here. Okay, there we go. I think this is working. All right, so here we are on LinkedIn, right? All right, now, one of the best ways to get into see these big accounts, maybe the best way, maybe not one of the best ways, maybe the best way, is exactly what happened with Tom. I got introduced. All right, now, how did that happen? Well, because part of my networking is networking with decision makers and people that have influence over other people and discussing mutual opportunities. Tom and I meet every 2 weeks to discuss about mutual opportunities. That's how this happened. I was showing Tom specifically things that I'm working on. He says, I got a client that needs that. Now, let me show you the best way to use LinkedIn that I know. All right. And it's not what anybody else is talking about. It's a LinkedIn networking hack. Here it is. The best way to work on LinkedIn that I know, it's a LinkedIn networking hack. Forget about posting all that content. You're not going to get seen. Forget about the spammy outreach. Nobody's going to read it. All right. Instead, find the people you're already connected with and look specifically at who they're connected with. Now, my buddy Tom, and I'll show it to you right here. It's my buddy Tom Lauderay. Tom Lauderay. Known Tom a long, long time. All right. Now, Tom is a great, great, great guy. Brilliant sales guy. All right. But he doesn't do what I do. So we complement each other. Okay. And I don't do what he does. He doesn't do what I do. But he works with bigger companies. Now, look at Tom. He's connected to, it says 500 plus connections. I think he's probably got several thousand connections. There's a way here to tell how many he's got. I forget what it is. Bottom line is Tom's connected to thousands and thousands of people. Now, I could go to Tom. I could say, hey, Tom, can you refer to me some friends? And that's what we think of, right? We think about asking people for referrals. Tom, can you refer me to some friends? Yeah, sure, Steve. I'll refer you to some people. Well, who's Tom going to refer me to? I've got no idea. Here's a better way. You might not have known this. One of the best things about LinkedIn is the ability to search. Let's remember Tom's name here. Let's go and say, I want to talk to an owner of a company. Let's do a search on owners on LinkedIn. All right, there's a lot of them. All right, now, once I have that, I can go here. It says all filters. By the way, right now, I'm in basic LinkedIn. People are going to ask me, hey, is that Sales Navigator? Do I have to pay for this? No, right now, I'm showing you in the free version. Sales Navigator would be better, but first we'll do it in the free version. Now I go all filters. All right. I'll go to second level connections and third level connections. All right. And I don't need first level connections because I'm already connected to first level. And look at this, connections of. This is connections of Tom Lauderay. Boom. All right. There we go. Now, Tom's got several thousand people he's connected to, but only 202 of them are owners of companies. Now I've narrowed it down. Now I could narrow it down a little bit more. Let's go to your filters. And I could say, Tom, I want to meet people that are, let's say I want to meet people in Texas. Who's he? Or I could look at the industries. This would be great. Let's say I want to talk to people in professional services. There we go. I'm down to 86. You see the power of this? Now I could look and I could pick out a few people here. Look at a few profiles here. All right, let's see. Let's just look at a few of these here. Here we go. I love this. The Vice President of Retail Sales. I specialize in customer reactivation. Wouldn't that be great for somebody who's a Vice President of Retail Sales? And he's the owner at Iron, Sleek, and Farm Plastic Supply. Oh, it's a she. I said he, forgive me. All right. So this is definitely somebody that I would say to Tom specifically. I would pick out some specific people. I would say, Tom, could you please connect me with Jackie? Because I see that she is a VP of retail sales and she owns 2 companies, and I bet I can help Jackie with customer reactivation. Specificity. Be specific. Don't go to Tom, who's got a million things in his mind, and say, Tom, out of the 10,000 people you're connected with on LinkedIn, would you pick 5 and connect me with them? Terrible, 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 terrible. But now that I know, I say, hey, Tom, you're connected with Jackie, and I see she does this, and I'm wondering if I could help her with that. Then I even write a letter for Tom. I say, Tom, just do me a favor, send out this email to Jackie from you, and it says, Jackie meet Steve, Steve meet Jackie. And it says, hey, Jackie, it's Tom. I want to introduce you to my friend Steve. Steve is the king of follow-up, and he specializes in customer reactivation. He saw that you're the vice president of retail sales at NCR Voyex, and he asked me for an introduction. And you know what? I think it would be a good idea, Jackie, because if you're like most companies, you're probably sitting on a lot of past customers that could get you fast sales, and Steve's an expert at bringing them back. I have to tell you that my success rate in getting connected with these people is about 100%. Who's not going to reply to that email? He's tagging both of us. So what happens? Jackie replies to all. Hey, Steve, it's great to meet you. It sounds really interesting. Yeah, we should probably get on a call. That's it, folks. I've never once gotten somebody that says, I don't want to meet that guy. He looks like a spammer. See, the thing is, number one, we're real specific. Number two, when I get introduced to somebody by somebody they're already connected with, somebody they already trust, they already know, like, and trust Tom, I get borrowed credibility from Tom. And Tom says, Jackie, you should speak to Steve because he's the best at follow-up, and his specialty is reactivating customers, and he could probably get you some new business right now. I come into that conversation as an expert she wants to talk to. Guaranteed. Every time. Do you see how much more powerful that is? So much more powerful. So I'll go through this list. I'll find 4 or 5 people. Tom and I do this for each other on a regular basis. What would happen if you had 5 people to do this with? I'll tell you what. Boom. Idea right now. That's the 3rd boom of this call. This has been a 3-boom call, folks. This has been a 3-boom call. Go watch the whole call. If you've missed it, watch the whole call. It's a 3-boom call. Here's the 3rd boom. Let's set up a networking circle inside of my APES group. If you want to be a part of the networking circle in the APES group, we're going to do this right now. We're going to do this live. We're going to go school.com/apes. All right. It's in the description of this video. School.com/apes. I'm going to say right here. I'm on a live stream. I'm going to say right here. Insider networking connector. Now forming. I'm on a live stream right now as I'm typing this. I'll post a video here when I'm done. Who's in? Okay, here's what I want you to do. I'm going to post this right now. I'm even going to pin it. All right. When you see this in the video, you come to this link right here. I'm going to post it right now in the chat. Join the Insider Networking Connector here. All right, there it is. Hopefully that came through. There it is. All right. Go join it, folks. Go join it. Go into my school group, into APES, and start the conversation there. I'll make a video. We'll get this thing started. I think maybe what we're going to do is have a live Zoom call and have a big networking party. Who's in? Who's in? Are you in with me? You guys want to do this LinkedIn connection hack together? And let's make some big connections together. There's a lot of value. And if we get these third-party introductions, it's going to help a lot. Oh, this is why we go live, folks. The inspiration just happens. It can't help it. It can't help it. All right. So there you go. I will show you this. I showed you could do this on the free LinkedIn. It's better with Sales Navigator because you get many more filters. Here's what I would do in Sales Navigator, okay? I would do the same thing. I'd say I want to talk to owners, okay? And I'm going to search here. And now I'm going to pull up all my filters. But I got a lot more filters here, all right? So now I'm going to, let's see. I'm going to say, again, I want to do Tom, see all filters. That's what I want. Okay. So connections of Tom. Let's see if I could find that here. They've changed this around a little bit. There we go. Connections of Tom Lauderay. All right. So I have that. Okay. Now I can get more specific here. All right. So there we go. We've got our 904. Let's go and say that number one, I'm going to add a few things on the roll. I'm going to say, I want owners or I'm going to say owners or founders, like that. Okay. All right. Then that's going to bring it up to what? 1,500, 1,500. Always use a capital when you're doing those Boolean searches. Now, a company headcount, I want to keep this fairly small. So we're going to say 1 to 10 or 11 to 50. But now I want to talk to people that have been in business for a while. You can't do sales here, okay? But let's say, by the way, I want to have second or third. I could do group members too, okay? And I want to do people that have been in business, let's say years in current company. I want to do 6 to 10 or more than 10. I want people with a history. I'm down to 94. 94. Now, I could also say that I don't want certain things. All right, let's say I don't want, let's just say consultant, okay? Or I don't want to talk to other consultants. So let's just say, I could do it up here. I could say not consult. All right. Nope, that didn't work. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this and this. Whoop. And let's make this an and not consultant. All right, that might be a little better. I got to work on that a little bit. I think there's also a way to do this. I think we could go into, oh yeah, we could do negatives also, okay? So I could go into function, okay, see like business development. Let's look at some of these functions. I could say, there's consulting. I want to exclude consulting. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. There we go. That's what I want. An owner or a founder, but not a consulting. Let's look here. Does this have owner? No. Maybe role. Let's look at role. That's role. Let's look at seniority level. Entry level, owner partner. We want that. Okay. There we go. This is a tighter search now. So we can be a lot more specific here inside of LinkedIn. And now I could look at specific keywords that might come up. You know, I'd really be interested in manufacturer. Let's say manufacturer. Oh, look at that. 9 people that are manufacturers. This would be great. All right. or distributors. There's 7 more. All right, so if I did them both, distributor or, no, I want a capital or manufacturer. Should be like 16, right? 14. Some people might be both. My gut feeling is if I look at these would be great people for me to ask Tom to connect me with. So that's exactly what I would do. How cool is that, folks? That's your LinkedIn networking hack. Be very specific. Do this on a regular basis with people. Write them the message you want them to send. Just make it easy for them. That's how I got my meeting with the 9-figure company. And there's more to come. And you can do it too. All right. What do you think? On a scale of 1 to 10, how did we do today? Let me know in the comments below. On a scale of 1 to 10, let me know. If we're less than a 10, what would have made it a 10? Tell me what you'd like me to cover on these calls. For the past 3 or 4 calls, I showed you my desktop. I showed you literally working in HighLevel. I'll do a lot of that. But you can see that stuff in a lot of places. I think where I could really help you the most is with all this experience that I wear on the top of my head. All right? These types of pep talks. And I'm an open book. I'm an open book. Believe me. I've had a lot of success doing this. All right? But believe me, I've had a lot of mistakes. And I don't mind sharing them with you. All right? Because 2 reasons. Number 1, for my own selfish reasons, it helps me. It helps me get it out there. It's a pep talk to myself, right? But I also do want to help you. If I could save you all these years, going on 4 decades, folks, going on 4 decades of sales and sales management, marketing automation. Yeah, I was doing it back in the 80s. Yes. If I could save you all that, I'd love to. All right. Hey, I love you all. I want nothing but success for each and every one of you. I want you to come join me in the APES group, school.com/APES, and look for that post. Look for that post about the networking circle. I think that's going to be very, very cool. Come join us. All right, everybody. Love you all. Have a great day. Do me a favor. Smash that subscribe button. Like this video. Share it on the social media. Right now we're getting 0 views. That's okay. They'll come. But I'm going to ask you to help me make sure they come. All right. Appreciate it so much. We'll see you inside of APES. Bye-bye.